Hey, Augie. Good morning.
Good.
How are you?
Good.
We are here again today for Q's news. Do you want to go over your week last week and this week at school?
Sure.
What is going on in history class last week?
So I did a little presentation about a king. I forgot his name, but he was basically a military leader, and I had to present about what he could benefit for the Middle Ages kingdom.
Okay. How did that go?
It went okay. I got like a B plus or A.
How come?
I don't know.
You did a good presentation? Okay, good. What about this week?
This week, we again talked about the king and then the lords and then the knights and then the peasants.
The king, the lords, lords, then the knights, then the peasants. Okay.
It was like feudalism.
So is that medieval times?
Mid-ages.
Middle ages. Okay. Good.
It was where time of reputation was unfair because the king doesn't get the king doesn't benefit anyone, but he picks land for the lords and get protected by the knights, and then the lords doesn't get to pick what land they want to choose.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Do you have anything else to share? Okay. How about Spanish last week and this week?
I do not remember last week, but this week was a quiz, and I did very well.
Good. What was it on?
It was about what places are called in Spanish. So like
I saw an email that it may have been about cities and
yes.
places.
Yeah. Like a supermarket, jewelry, store, Medicare store, and
Cool.
supermarket.
How did you like your quiz?
I liked it because I got 79%, I think.
Oh, good.
So like a B or A.
Thank you for sharing.
Welcome.
What about earth science?
Last week, we did something about the Earth's atmosphere differences, I think. But this week, we did something about global warming.
Global warming or warning?
Warming.
Good. Okay.
I said warming.
Good. Warming.
Warming.
What about this week?
I already did this week.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't hearing. What was last week again?
Last week was something about atmospheres.
Oh, atmospheres.
Differences.
Okay.
And then this week was global warming.
Okay. Good. What about introduction to engineering?
Last week I don't remember. This week I remember that I have to make a cupcake box.
Cupcake box.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. This week? What about last week? You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Okay. How about math? Last week
was either square roots or some new things.
Square roots or new things?
And test review of it.
Okay. How'd the test review go?
I don't remember, but I think it went okay.
Okay. What about this week?
This week I did something with some equation, like I had to put it in decimals graphing, and I had to find two axis points value, and then I have to take it from left to right, and left number would be like, I don't know, like 2, 0.5, 5, and then divide by 3, 7, some numbers.
Huh.
And then I took a test about it, and then surprisingly I got like 17 out of 18. I got like an A.
Good. So 17 out of 18.
That's like 91 or something.
91. Okay. What else?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. English.
Last week, last week was introduction to my multi-genre project.
Oh, what's a multi-genre project?
Multi-genre project is something where you pick a book, any book, and you have to write a theme about it and write some details about it.
I thought it was a book that has multiple genres that you can claim for the book.
I don't remember.
Okay, so you might want to ask your teacher to try to clarify to you what it is, or you can look it up.
Okay.
Did your teacher just give you an assignment of this project, or was there an explanation?
There is a whole explanation there, but at some point of the class time, I had to go to somewhere else, like the bathroom or the office, because I needed to change my batteries.
Oh, okay. Or did your iPad die?
I'm not sure if it died or not.
For your CLT, so
Well,
you didn't. Okay. So go ahead and revisit it when you get back to school after spring break.
Okay.
How was PE or health
Health was
last week?
last week, I
Mhm.
think,
Mhm.
or at least. Either way, health was okay, and then
What did you learn?
things of why to not vape, other people getting vape involved, and
Again, you learned more about vaping?
well, not just that, but other people that what would be like if a person basically vaped, and some people could get unconscious from it, like, or a seizure, or
Wow,
lightheaded.
that's not good.
Yeah, deadly. Especially too much, if you have too much of fentanyl or something like that, you could have some serious health problems.
Okay.
And then some health time, we went to auditorium, and then we had this police officer tell us their experience of what what they do, but also go over fentanyl and medical drugs that are not prescribed by doctors or stuff like that. And so you have to be careful whether if it's prescribed by a doctor or not.
By a doctor or not. Good. Wow, you had a police officer come and talk to you?
No, the class.
Oh, the class.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good.
And then I went back to gym classes.
Okay. How did that go?
It went okay, but most of the time I did my own art drawings.
Why did you do your art drawings most of the time instead of play?
Because
Were you tired?
I was kind of tired in the morning, so I'm tired out
At the afternoon, at the end of the day. Yeah.
So therefore I don't feel much
Energy. Yeah.
to keep going and have fun. But
What was the class doing?
they were either doing volleyball, basketball, or soccer.
Volleyball, basketball, or soccer? Okay.
I did none of those things because the only one I like is volleyball, but then again, I just don't feel like doing volleyball.
You were tired. What about walking? Could you have just walked around?
No, I can't.
Oh.
But I can walk around when it's like the beginning of the class, yes, but
Oh, okay.
not like during basically recess.
Okay. Good. So, if they are walking or running, you can stay out of the way and just walk on the outside. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So you're not in robotics anymore, the club. Anything about that you want to say? Okay. Was there a new club you found out about?
Yes. Theater.
How did you find out about that?
Well, you and I went to a place called.
You and I went to the Sound of musical at your school.
At 7 p.m.
Yes. And it was last Saturday night.
Yes.
And I sat facing you and cued to you what was being sung or said because I had seen the musical several times before. It is, or it has been made into a movie. So I saw the movie too. They play it on TV every year. And yeah, it's around Christmas.
I wanna watch that.
Okay. We will try to find you the Sound of Music on DVD or YouTube or some way
Somehow.
you can see it. But
Okay.
yeah, so how did you learn you were having a theater club meeting? You talked to a teacher?
I talked to the teacher who was in charge of the club, like from club and theater.
When did you speak to him?
After the musical, I asked about the club informations and he told me on the April
9th?
9th at after school.
So we only learned about that on Saturday, the 6th, or was it the 5th? What was it, Saturday?
It was the 5th.
5th.
The 6th was 2 p.m.
So is the 5th five days before the 9th? 4. So if we wanted to request a CLT for you in person, there was no way that would happen. Did anyone care to set up your virtual CLT after school?
Not that I know.
I wrote emails and no one confirmed. But how was it at your theater club?
It was okay, I guess.
What did you do?
We talked about the next show to do.
Was there a presentation and games? So you needed improvisation of cued speech for you in person, and you can't do that with a CLT via iPad. So what were some of the games and the presentation about?
The presentation was about information of senior stuff and presentation of points that I don't understand yet. But basically contribution points of what I did for the club. Papers and then there was senior surveys and then presentation of the next show on the
Oh, okay. Is it this year or next year?
It is coming this year.
Okay. Next month?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. What games did you play?
We did two first one was yes and.
Yes, and?
Basically, one person sort of, well, everyone discussed of what the theme should be, and whoever started has to be yes and blah blah blah. Basically, make an excuse, lie about it, not actually make a truth or anything, just lie about it, and so on, and then next people, and then next, and then next, and then next, until it loops again. But the person before who started it, like the one, like right before, like the person right before the person has to end it and say, and that is why I cannot blah blah blah. Example, like you are accused of not doing the dishes last night because blah 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 blah, and that is why blah blah blah.
Oh, so it's like making up a story?
Like what you did. Like
okay, someone starts the story and you have everyone finish it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be original, it could be out of place, it could be crazy, it could be chaotic, it could be anything.
Cool, fun. Nice. Okay, so we are to our part about Q class.
Yay!
What letters did we Q so far?
K.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
We need to do L, M, N, O, P.
Oh, okay. L, O, O, O,
L,
M,
L,
M, N,
N,
O,
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 P,
P,
P, P, P, P. Should we go on to other letters? Okay. Just L, M, N, O,
O,
P. So
Q.
that's, you want Q?
Q,
Okay. K,
K,
U,
U,
Q,
Q,
Qua,
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 Qua. Oh, you want
R.
You want R? R.
R,
Okay. Okay, so the sounds or the phonemes we have cued are M, N, O, O, P, P, Q, Qua, R, What else?
That's it.
Okay. Now, O makes other sounds too.
Ooh.
Like ooh,
Ooh.
ooh. And you don't have to cue with just one hand. You can use both or one or the other
Okay.
to show someone is talking and to show someone else is talking
Okay.
or singing or laughing.
Ooh.
Oh, ooh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Let's go over what you learned from the musical. Do,
Do,
re,
re,
mi,
mi,
fa,
fa,
so,
so,
la,
la,
ti,
ti,
do, do,
do,
re, mi, fa. Let's start again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Wow. Do you want to be in choir or
Yes.
be in a musical?
I think I need to be in the music class.
And I think you would be great. Oh, great in a musical.
Yeah.
You have to read your lines and memorize them
And
really, really well.
And I'm kind of okay remembering things.
Yeah, I thought the actors did a fine job. Don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Something to aspire to. You okay?
Yeah. Do, re,
No. Do,
do,
re,
mi,
mi,
fa,
fa.
sol, la, ti, do.
Good job, Augie.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la.
Your voice is developing. You will practice and practice and get there.
Yeah.
And if not, you will just attend. Like I do.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to go over something else. This is separate from our weekly
News
review.
Okay.
I got this by email this week. You know how I complained to the Human Rights Division in the county about you not having a CLT in person and not having a team of CLTs because one CLT could get hurt or sick or something. So you need a backup in person too. And it's nice to switch off.
Okay.
I wish everyone on the planet who was deaf or hard of hearing had these choices because hearing aids
Are not perfect.
cause problems too. Like everybody causes problems, but you need a team to help you with compassion to get through it all. I mean, hearing people have a luxury to know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so this was addressed to me as the charging party for you
Uh-huh.
to the schools, to your school. And this is the summary from them, not me. So, 1, the respondent, your county schools, denies that it discriminated against the ninth grader at your school with regard to disability accommodation as alleged by your mom. The respondent provided the following information. I am reading this because we finished reading that heartbreaking book, Just Mercy, this past week. We finished it, right? So, read number 2.
I am a student
You are a student
with a hearing impairment
with a hearing impairment
who has received services from the respondent under the individuals with disabilities
under the individual
with
disabilities education improvement act. Let me see that. The individuals, no. It should be Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, not Improvement Act. So they got that wrong. But the IDEA has failed you in that the law is not forced for you. Like they, okay, so you have had services, but have they been enough for you to keep up
Not really.
with others?
Not really.
Who is queuing for you now? Just me in person. You don't have any in person. You did before COVID, but still, you only had one person, not two people in person switching off. And it was not in your base school. They should provide you services in your base school closest to where you live. Okay? That's your right. They may say I'm crazy. I don't care. You know that I have been fighting for you for a long time now. And I'm tired of it, but I realize that in my advocacy, you have to sometimes just do it yourself, because you can complain and you can complain, but it may get worse for you instead of better. Like they want to force American Sign Language down your throat and make you use ASL instead of queuing, that your parent has the power and freedom of choice to use. And so others should be using it too. Let me go on.
Okay.
There are 6 in total.
6.
3. You want to read them, or should I read them to you?
I don't want. I just want this.
Well, when I read this the first time, I got upset. So I want to read it to you so that I know how you feel about it.
Okay.
And for them to see how you feel about it, because it's for you, not for me.
Yes, and I never seen this.
Yeah. And since you are now becoming of age where they expect you to stand up for yourself and treat you like an adult instead of a minor, you need to know to defend yourself. Not everything is as it seems, Augie. Okay? Granted, they have. Let's be grateful.
Okay.
You are the first in the county to have an iPad that has a virtual CLT. Now you have 3 virtual CLTs, right? They all have alternating schedules, right? So you never have the same CLT more than once, right? So if you're in Spanish, you don't have your CLT who knows Spanish every time, do you?
No.
Okay.
I only had it on Wednesday.
Yeah, and you have an iPad that dies. You have hearing aids that die. You have noise disruptions in the classroom, right? You're fighting all this stuff for equanimous education, and you are a miracle. Do you know why I am the way I am about this and not just give up and give in to ASL? Okay. ASL is a language in and of itself. So is French, German, English, Spanish. They are all languages, right? What are some other languages you have maybe heard of?
Japanese, Portuguese, Brazil, Canada, Canadian, Chinese traditional.
Okay.
Korean. European, Australia.
Okay. So cued speech is a path for you to get access to learn all those languages visually. So whatever they speak audibly or orally out of their mouths, or what you hear recorded on a tape or something, everything you hear phonemically can be cued to you via cued speech. So while cued speech is not a language, it helps you to learn language and how to read. If you don't have it, your only visual language is math, art, or emotions. I want you to be well-rounded and have the learning that I had. And I am a hearing person. You should not be taken from me to become a deaf person into deaf culture and segregated from me and everyone else who uses spoken language. Okay? So, number 3. The county denies that it has refused to provide you with in-person CLTs, cued language translitters. Do you know why they are called transliterators, not interpreters? They are called transliterators because they translate and you become literate. They can interpret, but they are able to cue the phonemes in real time. So what I'm speaking now, there is a cue for it. If I say something, you can summarize what I said, and I can cue that summary. So sometimes you can interpret, but ASL has its own way of conveying language and is concept based, not phonemic based. Okay? The county has made efforts to hire in-person CLTs and continues to make efforts to hire in-person CLTs. Okay. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. We don't really know for real. The respondent has continuously posted the position for cued language transliterators since May of 2023. So 2 years ago, not since you lost your original in-person CLT. And where is it posted? Is it easy to find? Is it easy to test for? Is it paid for? I don't know. And do they expect me to do it? No, I can't. I'm not able to cue for you in person in the high school during your class time. Or if I could, I would have to pass a very hard exam. And how easy is it for interpreters to pass, and it's not easy for CLTs to pass? Or interpreters don't learn both sign and cue to test in both to be versatile and do or convey both, you know? The position was again posted on March 11, 2024 and remains open at this time. The director of programs checks the qualifications of the applicants for the position approximately every 10 days. To date, no applicant with the appropriate qualifications and or credentials applied for the position. The respondent made the choice to have high quality cued speech virtually provided to you rather than having an unqualified person providing in-person services. No. I fought for you to have virtual because it was during COVID. Now you are in person in high school. You should have in person. They have known about this since 2017. That is more than enough time to delegate someone or let other people know to volunteer to train for it, and it's not even the right amount being posted, right? So The respondent made, here, read this again.
The respondent made the choice to have high quality cute speech virtually provided to me rather than having an unqualified person providing in-person services.
So how are they allowed to take my right as a mom to decide for me what I want for you? Do you want in-person CLTs? No matter what the level? Do you?
Yes.
Yes, you do. So if someone was really crappy at queuing to you in person, you would rather have that than your iPad virtually? I need to know what you prefer. I think you could have both. Like, you could still have your virtual, but have the in-person there to at least let other oral speaking people who are ignorant know that they can't just come up to you and start talking to you without your CLT, your interpreter present. What are your genuine thoughts? Those are my thoughts. What do you think realistically could and should happen?
Exactly what you said.
Exactly what I said?
Yes, because...
No. Calm down. I will calm as well. Let's just think about this.
I mean,
let's talk to the people. Do the people think he should have in-person CLTs? If you knew ASL, you would have an interpreter. So why not have a CLT? Why is it so hard and difficult to volunteer, train, get the word out, just because he's medically diagnosed with hearing loss? No, you never had it, so it was never gained. So impairment, it's a difference. You never had perfect hearing before, so you don't know what to expect to hear in the rhythm of language. So correct me if I'm wrong. What do you think? They shouldn't have chosen for you to not have someone in person already. Are they afraid I'm gonna sue them? Maybe, but it's the law. They have to uphold the law. Get someone in person now
Well, I mean, if
for
it's
you.
all the way 2017, 14? 17 or 14?
17 is when I learned there was cued speech out there. Cued speech was popular in the 80s in Fairfax County. I didn't know it as a kid, but it was invented in the 60s. So it has been around to help deaf kids learn how to read if they want to. They are afraid it's going to force them to speak. It's not a forceful thing. It is hard work no matter what. So to me, it's no excuse. And I want you to know what I'm saying. You're my child, not theirs. Anyway, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Are we finished?
We have more. There's 6 of these. No, 8. No, 6. Okay. We're almost, I'll get through it. I'll just read it and then we'll respond, okay? Okay. The respondent made the choice to have high quality, oh, I did that already. You always it's a spelling mistake. You always have access to high quality virtual CLTs through your iPad. That's a false statement, right? You don't all the time during the day have your iPad working. To have these high quality CLTs, and one of the CLTs, I don't know, is that CLT really qualified? You told me they were slow to cue or use their voice or their whisper when they cue, right? I don't know. And
Fun and dumb.
the respondent asserts that the provision of CLTs is not required for there to be reasonable accommodation under section 504. It is an access issue because you are accessing speech visually. So 504 plans are all about access. IEPs are about the mind. 504s are about physical access. Okay? That's why you have an elevator, because of your bone issue. Your hearing impairment is because of a bone malformation that won't be ever formed correctly. So you have mixed hearing loss impairment. Okay. The provision of high quality virtual CLTs due to the lack of qualified in-person CLTs is not a discriminatory practice. But it is if they are able to fill and do fill sign language interpreters better than CLTs. That supply for the demand should be equal and available, and more should learn cued speech to support you, because by your rights, human rights, you deserve cued speech anywhere for free. Hearing people don't have to turn on their ears, or they hear for free. So should you. And discrimination is against cued language, cued speech, and the preference is ASL. The bias, the ignorance of them not knowing cued speech is discrimination, because they would have one for sign language. If you knew